All right, YouTube. I've got one of 3 product reviews. Picked up some new baits, starting to focus on Texas jetties, Galveston jetties, Texas City's jetties. Me and a buddy are actually going to go fish Surfside Jetty off in Freeport on Friday. And really that's why I picked up a couple different baits. Again, I'm going to do some reviews on NLBN 4-inch paddle tail shrimp in the 4-inch. I picked up some R&R tackle slide baits, and I also picked up some NLBN 5-inch paddle tail swim baits. But let's jump off into this review. I picked up the 4 colors that they offer. Don't quote me on this. They may offer more colors, but again, I picked up every color that I thought they had. So we've got the 4-inch shrimp tail wasabi. We've got the 4-inch swim tail in, of course, pink. No dinks on pink. Love that name, by the way. Picked up the 4-inch Old Bay. Anybody who done any crab boils, we know what Old Bay looks like. Got some red flakes and looks like some pepper flakes in there. And then I also picked up the 4-inch Amber Alert, which to me looks like motor oil. All right, I also picked up each jig head combination in a 1/2 ounce. Looks like they offer 3/4 ounce, 1 ounce, 1 1/3 ounce, 1 1/6 ounce, and 2 ounce in these type jig heads. But I paired each jig head size 6/0 hook, 3-time hook. I guess that's strength wise, with each jig head that I picked up. Let's look at one. Let's look at the, what are we looking at? Old Bay. Lord knows I love a good seafood boil. So Old Bay, again, red flake. Kind of that, I don't know, Old Bay seasoning. I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know what word to give that. Kind of a caramel pattern to the background. Red flakes in there. I did look at these hooks prior to starting this video. Very sharp points, very defined barbs. And I honestly picked up the 4-inch. They offer a 5-inch and a 3-inch. 3-inch, a little small for a jetty. I've got other baits to throw jetty-wise, but I'm looking for an all-around good medium-sized bait to target redfish, maybe a jack, speckled trout. And honestly, I would not hesitate a nice flounder or 20-inch or better, even a dink speckled trout to smash that. 4-inch bait, I throw a lot of 4-inch baits. Inshore, do a lot of wade fishing. I throw a lot of 4-inch baits. And the shrimp you get from these live bait tackle shops, you get some pretty decent sized shrimp. But again, I picked up 4-inch. It's your preference of what you want to throw. Going over the elasticity of the bait, very firm. It's not your elastic material, if you will, like other bait companies, but it's definitely very durable. I see that holding up quite well. I'm not going to go into the rigging of this bait. I'll definitely go into the rigging of the 5-inch paddle tail in the NLBN. Did watch a guy, follow him a lot on YouTube, Beach Bomber Fishing. Check him out, does a lot of Texas fishing, great content. But this bait offers a dot in the dead center, right? Hook point, dead center. Rigging is crucial. We all know that. And then there is a slot. If you can see that, that's where the hook's supposed to come out. So again, with these baits and that twist lock, you first hook your bait and then you got to twist it on here, right? Again, with the 5-inch paddle tail NLBNs, watch another video again, Beach Bomber Fishing. You've got to protect these hooks because that hook will mar any plastic. And we know we spend a lot of money on these baits. We want them to last to the very end. Again, I'll do a hook. I'll rig one up with the 5-inch paddle tail NLBN. Get that review done. But, you know, I'm pleasantly surprised with these baits. Very, very strong hook durability. And the reviews say these are hand poured. Quality jig heads, big eye, stainless steel spring, saltwater hook. You know, we can't use saltwater hooks in saltwater because they need to rust out if we bust off a fish. Don't want him to suffer. But you know, I'm pleased. I really am. Good construction with the jig heads, durable baits, great packaging. I can throw this in a tackle bag, throw it in the back of a truck, throw it in anywhere, and that packaging will last a long time. Let's look at that pink. No dinks on pink. Love that name, by the way. So no dinks on pink. Looks like some pearl white in there, and definitely pink. You know, it is what it is. Pink's an all-around good color, especially speckled trout. Anything inshore. Again, very durable bait. That's full pressure with that bait. Let's look at the jig heads again. I picked up all 1/2 ounce. It's all your preference on what you want to throw. As far as ounce wise, I think a 1/2 ounce is an all around good color. I like the color. Got some white embedded in there. The eyes are accented. I'm pleasantly surprised and pleased, by the way. You know, they say these jigs are hand poured. Definitely some good construction. Got to take care of your baits. Salt water, definitely corrosive, but I like that color, and I'm definitely going to throw that Friday. Hopefully we get some good content, me and a buddy. Definitely got that pearl white, kind of glows in the background with some minor, small green flakes. Again, I don't know if y'all can see that, but pink, chartreuse, or I'd say green flakes, and that pearl white added in there. But again, I'm doing a couple product reviews. I'm focusing on jetty fishing here in Texas. Do a lot of wade fishing, do a lot of surf fishing. Me and a buddy went out surf fishing, I think day before yesterday. Maybe yesterday it was. Hooked a 6-foot plus tarpon on dead bait. Check that video out. Let me tell you, my arm's still suffering the next day. But very good construction. I'm pleased with the order. NLBN, right? And I had to look this up. Seen a lot about it on Reels, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts. NLBN, no live bait needed. We're definitely going to put these to the test. That wasabi. That wasabi is a pearl white with chartreuse flakes. Pretty simple. Not so much glow to that, but I do like that bait. And white's an all-around good color. We know that. I'll definitely throw a white in sunny conditions. Maybe the darker colors like the Amber Alert or the Old Bay in overcast, right? Overcast, fish look up. A lot of fish look up to feed. And dark colors will stick out in overcast. Remember that. But yeah, I like that 4-inch wasabi. It's that pearl white with chartreuse flakes. That head for that specific body or color is a, yep, pearl white, chartreuse flakes, and orange accented eyes. So again, check them out, man. I've seen a lot, heard a lot, watched a lot for the NLBN, right? Maybe I should get a 10% bonus on my next order for giving them some content. But they say 3 times heavy duty saltwater hook, stainless steel screw lock design, made to fit NLBN soft plastics. And honestly, I don't know where I'd use that bait or that jig head with another bait. Specifically designed for NLBN baits. So check them out. You know, again, I picked up, I think, every color that they offered. Don't quote me on that. I don't work for NLBN. You know, let's look at this. Where we at? I paired up the Amber Alert 4-inch paddle tail in shrimp. I paired it with, of course, the correct jig head color. Now, I kind of like this color. It is a kind of that motor oil, right? Maybe some caramel color, black accented eyes. You know, I'm stoked to throw these baits. So check them out. Again, I'm gonna do another review for R&R Tackle, some 5-inch slide baits, and some NLBN 5-inch paddle tails. Again, focusing more on jetties here in Texas. I do a lot of surf fishing, do a lot of wade fishing, just kind of getting that versatility out there, try something different. And that's what we do, right? We're fishermen. And fishermen, fisherwomen, right? Don't forget the women. They like to fish too. Get your wives out, get your girlfriends out. And again, take your kid fishing. like and subscribe. I'll say that loosely. I'm not a content creator by no means. I do this for fun. But you like seeing your subscriber numbers go up. I think I got about 33, and that's mostly buddies. And a couple, you know, guys that I don't know. But I subscribe to their channel, pay it back, you know. But yeah, take a kid fishing, get out there. I'm very excited to try these baits for sure. That pink, definitely gonna go to that wasabi color. You know, more wasabi's more that hibachi type, more greenish, but definitely got some chartreuse flakes in there. More pearl white to me. Again, that Old Bay. And then that kind of motor oil. That, what is that? I'm sorry. Forgive me. Amber Alert, right? Motor oil. That's that's what that is. That's motor oil, right? But again, I love the name, No Dinks on Pink. But again, we're gonna put it to the test. Check out the other videos. Got some more reviews coming. Yeah, be good. Get out there, because you can't catch them on the couch. Be good, YouTube.